Shiver me timbers, and welcome to the final Snow Church episode for January of 2023. It is cold across a good portion of the Midwest, especially the further north you go. I'm sitting at 2 above. No, I'm sitting at 0 here in beautiful downtown Jacobsville, but many below 0 readings across the northern sections of the Midwest today. And temperatures will be climbing a little bit, maybe even warming a little more than they were yesterday. But boy, even just north of me, I'm listening to a Thunder Bay, Ontario radio station when I was doing my work this morning, and they are at 25 below 0. Our live snow cam today comes to us from northwest lower Michigan, ski hill called Nub's Knob. I've never been there, but I would suspect that at least one person watching has. And as you can see, there are some snowflakes falling. Winds have turned out of the southwest, so that's pushed most of the banding off of Lake Superior, and so that's why I couldn't go to any of the, I'll show you that right now. Actually, a lot of the banding isn't even showing up, but basically we've got this southwesterly wind flow, and that's causing the lake effect snow banding to be missing most of the Upper Peninsula. But it didn't do that during the day yesterday. In fact, going to the snowfall outlay, again, this is probably a little bit underdone. These areas right here, from right around Houghton, Hancock, north to about Calumet. Yesterday I talked about how they had woken up to around 9 inches, 10 inches of snow. It did snow all day yesterday, and they picked up another 10 or so inches. So I have a pretty reliable snow reporter in the Hancock area, and he reported about 18 to 19 inches of fresh snow since Sunday evening, I guess you could say. And there was also a pocket of some pretty decent snow. Looks like very close to the Pictured Rocks area of the Upper Peninsula. And then we had some inch or more snows in the higher terrain there of northwest lower Michigan. This activity here was actually mixed with some ice, kind of a nasty ice storm in portions there. Let's jump to forecast, and here we are, the European model. Once again, I get to stay on the Great Lakes zoom angle, and because that's where most of the snow is going to occur here in the next week to 10 days. So bring her right on out, and we do expect the winds to change back to the west, and then eventually northwest, and then kind of settle down on the lake effect snows. But right now, most of the lake effect snows are missing land areas, but they will come back down, and it does look as though there will be a dominant band that once again sets up right across about the Houghton Hancock area, and also impacts areas south and north and just a little bit south of that, and then also again in the east from around Pictured Rocks to Paradise or so. And this is the European model, but here we can see this is by about midday tomorrow, and the snows don't really let up all week, but it's later on this evening and tonight when that dominant band looks like it's going to pass on through again, and we could see 2 to 3 inch per hour snowfall rates for a short period of time, while the band is only supposed to be about 10 to 15 miles wide, and it will just kind of gradually work its way down, stall across the Houghton Hancock area, then start swinging down and break apart. But we'll go right on through. This is by Sunday morning, and then this right here is by next Thursday night. So not Thursday of this week, but Thursday of next week night. The European is a little bit less aggressive with the snowfall. The U.S. model has a clipper system coming down. I still think that clipper system is not a surefire bet, but a relatively good chance for it to occur. And the timing on that is Saturday. So let us take a look at that prognostication. So here we are with the GFS. You come on up. Stay. Good board. All right, here's the snows. This really would show the redevelopment. These global models, I guess I should say, don't always do the best job on picking up how much lake effect snow will fall. Their resolution is much larger than the regional models, so they'll pick up on when conditions are favorable for lake effect snow, kind of a binary yes/no answer. But as far as the exact amounts go, these global models are not the best tool to be using. It's better to get down into the regional and even what we call like the meso models, where you get down to say like 1 kilometer resolution in the models, and that they can do a really good job. But at any rate, here we've got the plow just went by. All right, this is as of basically early Saturday morning. And then here comes the clipper system, and watch the snows fill in across northern Wisconsin and in this area here, northern Michigan. So we go from like that to that, and that is with that clipper system by about Monday. So still thinking something along the lines of this will happen. Not locked in stone just yet, but can feel it in my bones. And then this is out to day 10, and then we'll go day 10 to day 16 and see how we still get some little impulses of snow. So it looks like the first 2 weeks or so of February will be winter-like. No big storms seen. The pattern just doesn't want to get itself into that kind of a situational setup, but we should remain cold enough for the snows to hang on in at least the Northwoods, if not most areas north of I-80 for the next week or two. But we will be easing our way out of the bitter cold, which is a nice thing. That will actually come by about this weekend. And all in all, I think for those of you that like to play in the snow, it's a pretty good forecast. So I guess I can keep it shorter and sweeter for today. Have a great one, everybody. I will talk to you again tomorrow. And what do we always say? Keep those sticks on the ice. All right, shutting off.